and remove your headgear. Ladies and gentlemen, in the world of auto racing, we deal with triumph on a daily basis, and occasionally we must deal with tragedy. The latter came to us this week in the state of New Hampshire, when a young man by the name of Adam Petty lost his life in pursuit of a lifelong dream, driving in the Busch Series. Turbo down the backstretch, low into turn number 3. Going into 4 now. 17.736, Busch has the campaign. Going through turns 2 and 4. Let's see how he handles it this time. On the throttle, turn number 4 this time. 15.6, 4, 9. Out of 11 in Indiana, the 3 Brian sets it up and we'll go ready for turn 1. Which goes through 2, cross low on the track. Sets it up mid-track down the backstretch now into turn number 3. Middle of the track, drops down to the low and 4. Over here, down the first lap. 16.425 on the first lap for Brian Kenyon. 11 in Indiana native comes out of turn number 4 now. 065. Aaron Pollock, the rookie out of Troy, Ohio, in the Pollock Motorsports driving at Winger 4, is now. Pollock now sets up the turn number 2, runs to the side line, out of 1. Unusual line heading into 3. Just dead middle of the track, holds it all the way through 4. In 16.159. Pollock down the backstretch now. Sets up for turn number 3, middle of the track again. Seems to like that line. Second flag is out up here. 9, 8, 4. He'll bring down the wall when he first lap. 16.618, very respectable time. Comes down to turn number 2 down the backstretch. Now the Winchester native sets up for turn number 3. Out of turn 4 and down the front stretch. Second lap, turn number 0, 5, 4. Brandon Wellbach, Winchester Indiana, turn number 2, a little bit loose. You see the back end marble around there as he heads into turn number 2. That normally means you'll see the same thing as 4. They hold the good back line this time. Down the front stretch. 15.96. This could be a good one. Heavy on the throttle down the backstretch. Fourth quick so far. Let's see if he can improve on that line. Travis Wellbach takes the third fast off the day. And Ibach through. Still breaking forward. Fast drive of the day for Clay Klepper, 15.301. And Jim Richardson out of Indianapolis, Indiana, driving the direct TV midget. Down on the backstretch, he runs on his first lap. That number 5 car stopped down to see the girls at the moon by the concession stand. Where they started. 16.954 on the first lap. Second lap of the 16.652 for Drew Pollock. Pollock now sets up for turn 3 once again on his second lap. Red Bull mystery turn number 4 down the front stretch, number 20.222. Mark Boyd out with us now from Noblesville, Indiana. black cars boys. Nice top line return number 15.364, good enough for a second car at one time with Sarah Fisher behind the wheel, helps the record. Travis McKay, Mike McKay entry along Henslinger 4 is on the clock and down the backstretch. 16 years old, brings three out of turn number 4. A respectable 15.997 for the 16-year-old midget driver. Down the backstretch he runs now, sets up very low for turn number 3. Comes out low on the corner. There's the out there for a while. Richard is the other GT of the empty entry, a Drinan for Roush underneath it. Here comes Sarah, down the front stretch with lap number 15.920 for Sarah McKay on her first lap. 15.920. 17 with problem there going forward. 15.392. Sponsored by Main Auto Sale and Coleman Heavy Equipment and Rental. There's Matt Westfall down the backstretch setting up now for turn number 4. Again, looks to be very, very loose at the end through fourth match is all over the place. Down the front stretch, the finish line. And Gardner Brothers Incorporated. A very respectable 15.584 on the first lap. This quick on the day, Winston was Winston for big. That's the fun. Light sponsors and all autographs. Now turn number 7 down the backstretch, and that's lap number 38. Sets up middle of the track for turn number 3. Very loose. 16.263. As you can see, these midgets in any kind of wind all turn to a record. 16.088 on the first lap. 16.088 down the backstretch runs now. Sets up to turn number 3. One lap to go and we'll go green flag racing for the NAMARS Midgets. Heat number 1 coming your way. When they come by the flag stand again, the green flag will fly and we will race for turn number 1. Very in hands, the lights out on the pace car, accelerates away from the field down the backstretch. Attention on pit row, attention on pit row. Incoming pace car. Now the field in the hands of Thomas Briggs, running Virginia. They come out of turn number 4. They're on the roll wide into turn number 1. And Brian Virginia makes a big move on the outside of the field down the backstretch. It's Brian Virginia, then Aaron Pierce, then Thomas Briggs, then again. Down That's what we've grown to expect from the NAMARS division on the Winchester Highway. Ladies and gentlemen. Because if this point stays that way, we'll get a green flag next time around. Hearing me, we'll accelerate away from the field of the green flag. A base car leads the basic doors in the hand of J. Turner. Jefferson's been out in Indianapolis. Indiana J. Turner, native Cincinnati, Ohio. Down the back stretch, so right now with the pace car, we'll bring you off onto pit road. Heads up on pit road, we do have a pace car incoming. Super Trucks, let's stage heat number 1 in turn 4. Super Trucks, let's stage heat number 1 in turn 4. We'll have a complete restart. I saw that one coming. When there's 3 wide and wide, and green flag, it normally goes to the restart. Line back up to Jamie Turner out on the front of the field now. They'll try to get lined up wheel to wheel. Tighten this field up as we go into turn number 3. The flightman looks towards turn number 4. Getting to the turn. Here comes Matt Westfall. The second kid is in third. Now St. John making the move around Richardson to go into the place. Down the first sector, Pollock. Well fun, Turbo and Boyd. All ready to take the green flag. Heat number 3 getting ready to match. Lights are out on the pace car, pull away from the field and down the backstretch of the X-Main. In turn number 4 on the pit road. Right now, the pacing George in the hands of Kevin B. Secker and Aaron Pollock. Down the backstretch they run now. Looks like a good time lineup. We'll see how well they hold that as they come towards the green flag. They're into turn number 3. They're starting to get on the throttle. The field begins to accelerate on turn number 4. Here comes the green flag. Takes it out. Third, Kevin B. Secker drop back now. Drop down low now. Halfway home. Mark Horse now is going to come around and put it in made a big move coming out trying to catch the leader. Mark Horse now running down the way. Now running second. Travis Worldlock is third. John Turbo the front pack is rounded out with John Turbo. And finally, the two of John Turbo. Mark Boyce is winner, Aaron Pollock in second. Travis Wellpot in third, John Nervo in fourth. And looks like John Wolf rounds out top 5. Ladies and gentlemen, from Noblesville, Indiana, he owns the car, sponsored by Warner Bobby, the Chevrolet. Have a nice hand for Mark Boyce in the 4. And to let them know that you love midget auto racing. They try that new racing speed of main number 1 for the NAMARS Midgets. Ladies and gentlemen, the pace car has exited the racing surface. The field is headed down the backstretch now into turn number 3. The Winchester Speedway NAMARS is round and presents the No, Mr. Westfall. I'm staying in line for the start. like Wayne Chin. I see him moving in the cockpit. Wayne Chin gets together with Matt Westfall as they come down the front stretch that brings out the red flag. Wayne Chin slides it on its side down the front stretch. The safety crew are talking to him now.
Cool. Yeah.
He got together with Matt Westfall. I see a flat right rear on the Westfall machine right at the start-finish line. Right now we're dealing with the Wayne Chin machine and driver as they sit in turn number 1. The 6 laps scored with 24 to go. It looks like Wayne Chin is trying to get him to roll that car back where he can roll it off the turn. It spent some time up on its side, slid down the track, and he's getting out of the car now. Looks like he's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a nice hand for Wayne Chin. In points, Wilmot, McHugh, Turbo, Wolf, Hollis, and Kenyon. Blake Weber right in behind him, and here they come to the start. Molly. Our boys takes the number 4 midget. Sarah McCune to the 58 red line, to 64 there. Now, J.D. Turner and Ryan. In the 71. I see Wayne moving around. Wayne Chen is moving in the cockpit. I can see him. Wayne Chen is out of the car. So I say for Wayne Chen, ladies and gentlemen, that's two times in one race he's had it off the wheel. We'll see who answers the bell when we come back. I see Bryce Kenyon ready to go, I know. Pontiac pace car. 4 laps to go to the finish. 4 laps to go to the checkered flag. On the back end of Bryce Kenyon. Jeremy King drives the line. There. Congratulations to Mark Boyce, winner of feature number 1. All right. Mark Boyce out celebrating with crew and family on a Mother's Day win. I believe it's his first checkered flag after Winchester Speedway. Congratulations to the Noblesville native. Certainly glad to see him out in front. Right now, let's try to go down trackside with Kim Stewart and our winner. Kim, what have you got for us?
All right, Mark Boyce getting congratulations. He climbed out of the car. Had to go say congratulations to his mother first of all. Bryce Kenyon, very excited to come over here. Again, congratulations from everybody else. Mark, can you climb up here real quick? Congratulations, man. What a race.
Well, that seems like the longest race in the history. Just having some problems with everybody else. I hope nobody got hurt in any of the accidents. I gotta tell you, that was the most fun car I've ever driven in my life. Carl Riggins, Steve, Mark Lutherwitz, Reg Collins, my father. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. You guys did great.
Well, the car was absolutely beautiful on the track. Could you tell how close Sarah McCune was to you for so long? And what were you doing? You looked like you could drive anywhere and hold her off.
Well, I tell you, everybody was worried about my dad being a spotter because he gets a little hyper every now and then, but he was a great spotter. He kept telling me exactly where she was. And this car just handled incredible, I tell you. They worked a great job working on this car. It's perfect. I think anybody could have gotten out there.
It seemed like the place to be was in the front where you were from lap 6 on. Now, did you make any adjustments during any of those red flags?
No, we really didn't make any adjustments the whole race. It really just ran perfect. The Warner Bodies car, ever since we rolled it off the trailer today, it's been great. I tell you, Bob East makes a great chassis. A lot of people think he struggles here at Winchester, but I guess we proved him wrong today.
I guess you really did. We're going to let Courtney over here present you with the midget. Congratulations to you once again.
Harry Hammy pulls that beautiful Grand Pontiac pace car away from the field. Sarah McCune and Jeff Richardson have pacing chores now as they come towards the green flag. Blackman says, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, turn number 1. Pollock out in front, Bryce Kenyon in third, Travis Wellblock in fourth. Gets involved in that, gets upside down for a minute. Mark Boyce, Dick St. John's, and Jeff Richardson tear up some equipment in turn number 4. Everybody that is not with fire and safety, stay back. We don't need you at the wreck site. Fire and safety only to the accident site. Dick St. John's involved in that. Mark Boyce involved in that. Jeff Richardson involved in that. At least one of the cars upside down. All 3 cars hard into the wall. Jeff Richardson climbing out of the car, ladies and gentlemen. Number 5 is fine. Jeff Richardson, let's have a good hand for him. He's the one that was upside down. He's leaning over his car right now. I'm sure he's shook, but he is standing up under his own power. And the ones I am concerned for right now are the Mark Boyce and Dick St. John's. They got together very hard and very hard into the wall. Accelerates away from the field in the Grim Pontiac pace car now. Sarah McCune has the pacing chores to hold them in line. Heads up off pit road. Here comes the next car. Here comes the field. First turn. And brakes. Aaron Pollard pulls up wheel to wheel. laps to go when we cross the line. Sarah McHugh comes around with the white flag. Let's follow her around. She's dragged into turn number 1. There's up near the wall. I was just down back to the track. Right on the back stretch, steps up in her common line for turn number 3. And she goes ladies and gentlemen, the winner of our second. Aaron Pollock in second. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to point out, ladies and gentlemen, driving out of Perrysburg, Ohio, owned by Rick McCune, a GTE of the Indian entry and a driving 4 round. Let's have a big hand for Sarah McCune. Congratulations, Sarah. You've worked long and hard. You joined an exclusive club. You've taken a checkered flag at the world's fastest half mile. Let's go down trackside right now to Kim Stewart. Kim, you're here for the making of history. Let's see what Sarah has to say to you.
Well, Sarah's out of the car and getting all decked out in her feature gear, climbing out. Sarah, what a fantastic history-making day. Congratulations. How's it feel? Your first win in KPR Winchester.
Feels pretty good. The car wasn't as good this race as it was the first race, so I was hanging on, hoping that it was good enough for this one because we were so good in the last one. So I definitely have to thank my dad and my new crew chief for us.
Earlier in the day, you were very confident. You felt like the car was ready to go and you could win both of these features.
Yeah, I think this time the track got a little greasy from the trucks being out there on the oil train and everything. We were pretty loose, but the first feature, the car was really good, so it's pretty good.
Well, it's an interesting way that it goes. That the first feature, the car's great. You can't get around Mark Boyce. And the second one, the car's not the way you like it, but yet nobody in the field had anything for you. You led the whole thing.
Well, I guess the luck was on our side today.
Well, that's really great. Congratulations on this Mother's Day. We know that all these people, gentlemen, want to get a picture of you, and they want you in front of the car.
Stop in the concession stand on your way out, folks. Pick yourself up a pizza so Mom doesn't have to cook. They're good. Made fresh right here on the ground. Chris Tomasic to the press room, please. Chris Tomasic to the press room.